Hello, my dearest viewers. I am back after like 2-3 months. I am so sorry. But I am back to remind y'all we are at year 3. Kazoo noises. This channel has existed for 2 whole years, and it almost feels like that I just started. Wait. It almost feels like that I just started. It almost feels like that I just started. It almost feels. Anyways, today's marathon starts with Bites of History, the Greeks.
As you hopefully saw from the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the Greeks today. Well, not the current Greeks, the ancient Greek. And I am so sorry I haven't posted in since last year. I have been busy with work. Anyway, the Greeks! In what is now southeastern Europe, according to Google, ancient Greece existed. And to keep these little goobers cool during the hot and humid summers, their quote-unquote drip consisted of tunics. Or like one-strap shirt, pants thingies, I don't know. Wouldn't be socially acceptable if I wore it to school. The person who founded ancient Greece was called Alexander the Great. He was pretty great, since this was Greece before Alexander the Great, and this was Greece after Alexander. You know, that is pretty great, but you know what else is pretty great? Inventions. They made this cool claw thingy that tips boats over, and they made the alarm clock. But one thing that they did really good too was terraforming. Really good farming. But we cannot forget the catapult, right guys? Oh, just because I'm sitting in a catapult, you think something bad will happen to me? You know, I don't have that much cartoon logic. Are you ready? Because we're going to speed run the Greek gods. 3, 2, 1. Hades, the god of death. We got Poseidon, the god of the sea. And we got Zeus, the god of the sky. Well, technically, he's the god of all the gods. The king god, the big boy. Next up, we've got the normal god. Athena, the god of wisdom. We've got Hermes, the god of the messengers. Famous for his cool boots with wings. Dionysus, the life of the party. And the funny juice. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. Next up is Hera, the goddess of marriage. Festus, the god of forgery. Demeter, goddess of the harvest. Ares, the god of war and the husband of Aphrodite. Artemis, the goddess of the moon and the hunt. Then her brother Apollo, the god of the sun. He drives his little sun chariot around the sky all day. And those are just the 12 gods of Olympus. There are many more minor gods, and I can talk about all of them. I didn't know Nike was a god. You know, on second thought, maybe I won't list them all off. But I can list off 4 of them. Pan, the god of the wild. Great wind god Aeolus. Hestia, goddess of the hearth. Nyx, the goddess of the night. You know, Greek art and literature made a really big impact on the world, to the point where it's still being talked about, written down, and even being made into music. One of the examples of music is Epic the Musical. I don't know if you've heard of it. By the time this video comes out, it should be all finished. I really recommend it. I am so sorry that I haven't posted enough. Like, you don't know how sorry I am. I have definitely been busy with, as you saw earlier, very, very, very hard stuff. It requires all of my attention. If you little scallywags are interested in playing the game that I was playing, it's called Dandy's World. It's a Roblox game. I know it's a kid's game, but it doesn't have to sound lame. Matter of fact, I'm playing their soundtrack right now, and it's amazing. Well, it's mainly just Claire de Lune, but it's really good. The game itself. And hey, if y'all care to see me, stop and say hi. Just don't mob me, okay? Happy face. Also, you might be finding yourself in a lobby with some YouTubers. It's a fairly popular game. And since we were just speaking about the game, let's speak about the music. Take a listen. Also, Happy New Year's! 2025 is gonna be terrible. Alright, it seems like I have to play myself out. Bye! See you in the next animation. And drink some water while you're at it.
Ow, younger me. What a prediction. So far, not going so hot. I mean, like, I'm doing fine, but the world, not doing so hot. Aside from all of that, I'd say this video's a pretty good one. Next video is a controversial one, things that just slightly annoy me.
Hello, dear viewers! Today we are going to be talking about things that slightly annoy me because I basically have no ideas for any other videos, so you got this. Also, sorry if this video may be a little bit short, since I don't get annoyed by much things. Number 1, not having any video ideas. Fairly simple to think that I would be a little bit annoyed by not having any video ideas. Also, these things progressively make me get more annoyed. Number 2, when people put an unnecessary amount of fur on characters that are not theirs. Like, this is me, the guy you all know and love, and this is level 1 of him having fur. It's fine, he still looks goofy, and he's basically just blurpy, so I can tolerate it. Okay, this is getting a little bit unnecessary, and this is the worst. There is paws, there is fur, there is a ton of hair, there's a tail, there is ears. That is literally just a dog with a top hat. Nobody is better than the OG. It doesn't make me too mad, but it just makes me very annoyed sometimes. Number 3, when people say weird and disgusting things to get attention that are blatantly untrue. I know someone who I have to deal with at school who is this, and he is so darn annoying, and annoying is a word that I use very insanely lightly. And if you happen to be watching this, and I'm gonna talk about him a little just to show you how terrible this kid is. Like, I could be having a really nice conversation with my friends, and then he would go and say something weird, and like, get a load of this guy. Picture this, period 7, world language, my first day at school. I sit on a 2-person couch because I can. Then this kid who I don't know, the kid that I was talking about earlier, starts making some nice small talk with me. I will not be naming him out loud. I thought he was a nice person, but then I got a sudden, bad feeling down my spine. This kid was not nice. And then, as I said earlier that he would do, he said something weird to get attention. I already did not like this kid one bit, and I was stuck with him for a whole quarter. So, it was a quarter of pain and suffering and him talking to me. But surely after that, he would stop talking to me. So apparently, when we were switching lunch seats, he found my lunch table, me and all of my friends, and he decided to sit there. I could not escape this kid. So I just ignored him, and he kept on saying worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse things that I will also not name. Don't want to get flagged here. Until eventually he just gave up. But then he had an idea, a devious idea. Why don't I just get to him through his friends? Now this will get me the attention that I need and deserve because I didn't get enough hugs as a baby. So he asked Ren to be his girlfriend, and she accepted for the first month or so. He thought he won and was finally going to get attention from me. And how would he do that? He would separate us. But then she dumped him. And me and Ren are still best friends. I am most definitely going to talk about this kid more because, well, it's just free content. Also, he finally gets the attention he needs. He gets mocked on the internet, and I get views. Well, now I just sound like a supervillain, but he is really rude, and he's done really rude things. I hope one day he will learn his lesson, but I'm really sure he won't, which that is kind of sad. But yay, free content for me. By the time I'm done recording this, I gotta go to school tomorrow, so, well, best of luck for me. We're also switching tables, so if he follows me, I'm gonna crash out. I am stuck between telling him to leave and just being nice and not saying anything. If he tries anything, I have fists for a reason. I'm not saying I'm going to use physical violence, but I'm not saying I'm not going to. If he gets physical with me, I'm just probably gonna push him away or something. Well, I see on my handy dandy watch that I definitely do have. I have to get out of here. Bye guys, see you in the next animation.
One thing that I don't really appreciate is the kind of amount of toxicity I had in this. Like, I mean, he was being, like, really weird and making me really uncomfortable, but I don't think he deserved to be slandered that much. Still not the best character traits, and still not the best person, but I don't think this was a really great video, kind of mid. And, ooh, this one is one of my favorites, the Uncanny Valley.
Unless you've literally been living underneath a rock, you've probably heard about the Uncanny Valley at some point in time. And it's scary. Ooh, spooky. And that's what I'm talking about in today's video. The Uncanny Valley, the part where the brain can't quite figure out if it is fake or if it's human. This time I'm gonna be nice and give you the dictionary definition, or well, at least what Google says. Used in reference to the phenomenon whereby a computer-generated figure or humanoid robot bearing a near-identical resemblance to a human being arouses a sense of unease or revolution in the person viewing it. Anyone attempting to build a believable human facsimile also has to beware of the Uncanny Valley. This is commonly found in motion capture films. You know those people who wear green onesies and have ping pong balls all over them? Like the Polar Express. This is a nice handy dandy graph of the Uncanny Valley. I put little labels so that it's easier to understand. And this is a chart of me on it. I'm humanoid, but you can obviously tell that I'm fake. No one's that handsome. I can actually show you an example of the Uncanny Valley. Wait. Looks like my computer crashed again. Always does that at the most inconvenient times. But when you can't rely on technology, you have a paper copy. This is a really prime, and if I'm saying this nicely, ugly example of it. It makes me feel like this. And it probably makes, like, everyone watching this video uncomfortable. It's like a primal thing. It makes us go, get out of here, get. And that was just one example of it. There are many other stuff, like the Polar Express. It has a lot of Uncanny Valley in it. That one movie that has elves in it, it was also very uncanny. Those little wooden posing dolls. All of it is just really, really unsettling and creepy. You like that I put background music in all of the video? I thought that it would like add a little bit of like an unsettling bit. Make the video just hit a little bit more harder, you know? I am really proud of this video and I hope it gets a lot of views. First time posting something spooky outside of October. Halloween is a state of mind! And I will always live by that statement. Also, I would like to mention that I mixed the part where we got 69 subscribers and like I skipped a day and apparently we're at 80 now? When did that happen? I took my eyes off of you little scallywags for 2 days. You little goobers, you little scallywags, you little guys and gals and non-binary pals. Basically what I'm trying to say is you're amazing. If you like the music in the background, the music in the main part of the video was Here We Are from Undertale. And the music in the end was Nosk from Hollow Knight. If you haven't played any of those games, then you should probably play those games. Also, I have said before, I'm kind of running out of video ideas. If you can put video ideas for me in the comment section, that would be much appreciated. Also, I don't have a mic, so if my voice sounds like a little bit scratchy or the quality is off, so yeah, that's probably it. If I see on my handy dandy watch that it's drawn on my arm with a Sharpie, we are nearing the end of the video. Bye guys, see you in the next animation, and remember, drink water.
I love everything about the Uncanny Valley video, everything from the title screen to the music to the animation to the little bit I added in where my computer crashed, my politely telling that lady was ugly, it was all perfect. Are you ready for some questions? Cause we're playing Would You Rather. Also, I would like to mention my voice has changed quite a bit.
Hello, my dearest viewers. I know that I've been gone for a while, but my animations are getting better, even though I'm getting burnt out from literally doing nothing. But I tried to make this video funner with more funny sequences. Also, as I did a bit ago, trying to fill in some gaps, I'm releasing much more shorts than I did. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Boy, I do miss saying that all the time. It's great. I'm going to be standing off here in the corner so that you can see the questions and not my beautiful, handsome face. Don't want to get too distracted here. Would you rather have the power to take time through an object but only once a day, or have a magical remote that can pause, slow down, play, fast forward, and replay time, but the batteries are nowhere else found on the planet and causing them not to be able to recharge? I would choose the first one. Like, imagine how funny that would be. Hey, Scribble, I love you. What did you just say? Like, in a platonic way. Most definitely just platonic. Time to incinerate you now. Would you rather give up soda for the remainder of your life or give up candy for the rest of your life? I feel like this is an easy choice, and if you know me, you can read my mind on what I'm gonna pick. I'd give up candy for the rest of my life. Like, I cannot go one day a year without my sweet nectar of the gods, Dr. Pepper. Live, laugh, love Dr. Pepper. No space needed. Would you rather lose your sight or lose your ability to feel things? Not feeling emotions, you can feel those, but like touching things, feeling textures and stuff. I'd definitely go with losing feeling things, having flashbacks to that one moment.
Blind people can do it, so can I.
Would you rather have $1 million right now or earn a constant $1 million every year? I would rather have the second one.
You just gotta have some patience, man.
Hey, Isaac, do you mind telling me why you're just staring at me? It's kind of freaking me out by this point. Precious Urge, Scribble. It's just been so long since I've shocked you with electricity. Didn't you just explode me like a few minutes ago? Would you rather have an army of people always by your side who will do anything, or a powerful god who is willing to kill and do anything for you? I'd rather have the army of people. Sure, a really super powerful god is a lot, but look at a ton of people behind you. You look like a massive super villain who's gonna get up to some shenanigans and tomfoolery, and I'm up for that. Yippee! Finally a video in like, what, 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 4? I don't know anymore. Did you think this video was fun, funny, hysteric, or of the laughing variety? Did it make you scream and wail and slam your fists against the floor in absolute wonder by how funny I am?
Well, it better have, 'cause I see you right now, and I don't think you're doing what I just described.
Anyways, if you have any recommendations for videos that I should do, please invite yourself to put them in the comments. Also, I created a poll on what you guys should think I should make more of. Go look at it. And a strong might, and I mean might, have the cooking videos come back. It really depends if the higher authorities let me. But the higher authorities are pretty cool. They might. It's an internet safety type of thing if you get it or not. Which I'm totally okay with, like the internet safety type of thing, but it's cooking. I'm going to ask the higher authorities if it wins the poll vote. If the higher authorities say no, then I'm probably just going to choose the second place one or sacrifice some people. Maybe a bit of both, why not? I'm just so funny. If I look on my handy dandy watch that I drawn on my arm with a Posca marker, then I'd see it's about time for the end of the video. So bye guys, see you in the next animation. Wink.
This video was a really good video. I do say so myself. Scribble gets so kindly liberated of his life every now and then. But yeah, I want to say overall, a pretty good video. And our next video is pros and cons of being short.
Do you happen to be short and or vertically challenged?
'Cause I sure am, and
That happens to be the topic of today's video, pros and cons of being short. Even though there are very few pros and very much a lot of cons, I've managed to stack up 2 of each. Sorry if this video may be a bit shorter than the others, and that I haven't posted in like, a month? I think it was a month. It sure felt like one. Without further ado, let's get on with this very longly awaited video. Believe it or not, there are a few pros. Pros, you're closer to the ground in the event of a fire. It's much easier to stop, drop, and roll when your head is 2 feet closer to the ground than other people. Another pro is that it's easier to fit into tight spaces. When I see the slightest crack, I just slide right in like a piece of paper. I can fit into boxes, luggage, all that. And honestly, there's some cons. There's tons of them, but I didn't really want to make that video an hour long. Quality over quantity, you know? People either intentionally or unintentionally making fun of you. One time in math class, I honestly don't know how this happened in math class. Of all the classes, it was in math. Before teaching started, before the teacher was even in a room, we were looking outside the window. Some girl said it was snowing. Yeah, I think you're tripping. I don't see any snow or rain out there.
It's right over there. You just need to look higher. Let me give you a boost.
And out of nowhere, this girl just grabs me and picks me up. Can you see more? Nope, still gray and depressing as usual. And then she had the nerve to say that I was very portable. That is not one of my most famous titles. Just to clear things up, yes, I am small. Yes, I can fit in a box. Yes, I can fit in your luggage. And yes, I do fight ants for food daily. Thought I should clear some things up. Con number 2, not being able to reach high up things. I'm just like stretching out as much as I can, trying to get something from the higher shelf, and then one of my siblings walks in, just like knocks it down. I'm like, so thank you, Dom. There's been multiple occasions where I've like tried to get a stool and reach something from a tall place. I fall down and then oof. To be fair, pretty much everybody in my family is really clumsy. Ask someone taller for help? Nah, I would never do that. Proceed to try to achieve a task and fail multiple times miserably before success? There we go. Best possible option ever! Though I am very small and short and very portable at the moment, I am getting taller by the second.
I'm not going to stay fun-sized forever.
I don't think I'm going to be like LeBron tall, but I'm definitely not going to be vertically challenged for much longer. I won't have to carry a step stool with me to talk to people. They're way too heavy. I'm getting to be an old man. An old man! Also, I have a friend whose name in YouTube is Walnut White. I guess you should subscribe to him if you want to. Not saying I'm gonna bust down your door and pipe bomb your whole house and rig it with explosives if you don't subscribe to him or anything. Not saying I won't, okay? I guess I'm just going to ignore the elephant in the room that I haven't posted in like, a month? Definitely felt like a month, like I said earlier, but I'm genuinely sorry. I'm the master procrastinator here. That's what they used to call me. Also, this animation was a little bit short. I tried to lengthen it a bit at the end so I can talk about separate things other than the topic of the main video. And then I said, that's not a demon, that's my wife. Also, kudos to you if you see the little quotes I put at the ending. I spend a lot of time thinking about which quote I should put in the ending. And if you hear it, then yay! I guess it's my time to cue out. Bye-bye! See you in the next animation! Bye-bye!
You all want to know a fun fact? I'm not so fun-sized anymore. I am now average kid height my age and officially taller than McKenna and Emma. Not combined height, but overall, pretty good video. And the next one is a story time video.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another video.
Man, I know that every gap in between my videos is maybe a month or a few weeks long, but I'm just trying to get better here. But I think we can all agree here that my animation's getting amazingly better.
Now, without further ado, let's get crack-a-lackin' on this video. Why did I say that? So it all started the day after 3rd grade ended. My dad kicked down the door and said, "Hey, we're going to a rental house somewhere near a woods." But Dad, don't we already live near a forest? It's next to an indiscriminate body of water! Yay! That's what I mean! I am feeling excited emotions. It was just this little cabin-esque house that had a bunch of walkways near it, some telling about the history of the place, some telling about the fish that were in the pond, and some that were telling about the lake itself and bringing you to it, which was very handy except for the time that when we got there, it was night, so we couldn't see things. But once we followed the trails in the day, we came across this view. It definitely would be a stretch to call it a lake. I don't know why I called it a lake so many times. It's definitely a pond. It had a dock, it had a bridge, it had some cattails around it. It was just generally and overall really beautiful. There were a few docks, but the closest one was one for fishing. However, the next dock over had paddle boats and kayaks that you can sail across the definitely treacherous, timid waters. And as I said, there was fishing. Don't fret your little feet. The fishing was far away from the kayaking and the paddle boating, so that no one would get hurt. I actually went to that same place in the same rental cabin 2 separate times. Probably the most memorable part of the first time was when McKenna and Emma were hanging out on a dock. Trust me, this dock detail is very important. Emma was sitting with her phone under her hand, and then it started slipping and slipping some more, and then it fell in between the cracks. All of her fandoms white, just like that. Bet the fish were highly confused. I guess you could say because of how many fandoms Emma was on, her ships sunk. I can kind of fish, I'm not that good at it though. But that day I found out McKenna was an absolute beast at fishing. She was catching fish left and right, like, "Oh, yo, Isaac, look what I caught," as I'm eating the bait because I quote-unquote got a little hungry. After a very long, excruciating walk, we would get to this jungle gym for the dreams of children. It had 2 zip lines, these cabins that were in the air that were connected with different ropes and ladders, and there was even this huge sand pit. Alright, Mac, you can dig me out now. Mac, you can dig me out now. Mac, how dare you! Get back here! I mean, like, who needs a script anyways? We can tell the story without a piece of paper.
It was around the middle of summer, and luckily for me, it was on the weekend, so my mom had to pick us up, and she brought Dawson along with him. Oh, how fun!
Little did I know I was going to get stuck in a paddle boat with my little brother Dawson. I'm saying this like this is a bad thing. It's not really that bad, but I had to do most of his work since his little legs couldn't push as much.
Most definitely.
He deserves it anyways. Sounds fun to me.
And I would say overall, the trip was a very fun and nice and exciting trip that I would love to go on again.
Nice job for subbing over my video, but couldn't y'all have just, I don't know, dug me up?
Oh, for the love of God! God!
Would you say that was a fun video in any way, shape, or form? I sure think it was. Also, I'd like to note, usually the main part of my videos are maybe like 3 to 2 minutes long, but this one was like 4 minutes.
Oh, wow! That is just amazing!
And at the end of the video, this video will be 6 minutes and 34 seconds. I think my longest video other than this one was like 5 minutes long, which we're reaching right now. I tried to make this video not good, not amazing, but like super amazing. Because I have missed out on posting videos for I think like 4 weeks now. Y'all are starving. And I haven't even posted my shorts. Speaking about shorts, I would like to note that that one Roblox video that I posted called Skedaddle got like around 200 views so far. And the animation ones only come around to 150. The one that I worked on the most, which was the one of me and Scribble, only got like 96 views so far. At the time that I'm recording, of course. Reason why I decided to do a storytime video is because if any of y'all did vote on that poll before the time went out, storytime and cooking videos tied. So I'm probably going to ask my dad if we can do more cooking videos, which I really wish we can, and hopefully he gives it the green light. This time I put music in all of the video like I did with the Uncanny Valley video since I liked the theme of it. Just added another layer of like funness to it. Is funness even a word? Also, sorry again about the long, super long way. It's not on me. At least I think it's not. Anyways, if I look at the time on this video, I'd say it's about the end of the video. So drink some water, have a good day, and bye-bye. See you in the next animation.
Another really great video. I had lots of fun making this. I remember I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna tell one of my favorite stories. It was so fun. Overall, really good video. I liked making this one. It might tie with the Uncanny Valley one, but I'm pretty sure the Uncanny Valley one's just a little bit better. Ooh, a tier list video. Been a while since I've talked about one of those. Now playing Ranking Candies.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This one's another one of those tier list videos, and this one's about candies. Those yummalicious sweet treats that can't be beat. I really hope you enjoy the video, and let's get right to it. Here is our tier list, and here is our candies. I just picked the top 10 from Halloween 2024, and let's just sneak Jolly Ranchers in there. No one will notice. And the first first candy's M&M's, which gets a solid B tier. If they're there, I'll eat them, but I'm shooting for something bigger. It's really the same thing with Reese's Cups that also gets B tier. It's just that if you've been eating them for a while and you just get to that point where you eat a lot and they're just like really repulsive, yuck. Anyways, on the other hand, we've got Sour Patch Kids, which get A tier. Pretty goated candy overall. And next up on the chopping block, we've got Skittles, at also A tier. I think you could tell I like fruity candies. And next up, we've got Starburst, which has our first S tier. Not only are they delicious, but they're like malleable, so you can make different shapes out of them. They were like cemented in my childhood as the edible Play-Doh. Well, the only form of Play-Doh that actually tasted good. Don't ask me how I know. Anyways, next up we've got Hot Tamales, which are also an S tier.
I like the pain they make me feel.
And next up, we have a very controversial one. The one, the only, candy corn. Hot take alert. If your poor little feelings are hurt by some random person on YouTube, you have two options. 1, leave, or 2, bust a move. Thank you, Scribble. Hear me out on this one. Candy corn deserves S tier. I love candy corn so much. I don't care if it rots my teeth to yellow bricks in my mouth. I don't care. It's amazing. I love it. I love candy corn so much.
I don't know about you guys, Editor Isaac here. I think he likes candy corn. Just a hunch. Alright, back to the video.
So obviously, candy corn gets S tier. And next up in B tier, we have Hershey's Kisses. Same thing with M&M's and Reese's Cups. They get too much after a while.
What's something weird is that in A tier we have the Hershey's Mini Bites. They just don't get sickening.
What black magic is this? And next up, we have Butterfingers in C. Somebody did in fact lay a finger on my Butterfinger. It wasn't like those commercials. But now, we have Jolly Ranchers. I love Jolly Ranchers. I love Jolly Ranchers to a point where I have the name Jolly Rancher Kid bestowed upon me. Took many trials to get that name. It took many terrors to get that name. It took so long to get that title, but I hold it and cherish it like it's my own child. Even though it was a pretty short story that I got that title, I'm still gonna tell it. It all started when I was hanging out with my friend Nick while we were sharing out of a 50-ounce bag of Jolly Ranchers I bought, like as any responsible person would do with their hard-earned cash. But then somebody made the fatal mistake of reaching for my 50-ounce bag. But that's when I realized there was a whole entire crowd of people right behind them who really wanted some Jollies. And so 6th grade me suddenly had a thought. See, we just got taught supply and demand, and that as long as there was a supply low enough, people would pay double, even triple the amount that they usually would for an item. And so I wondered how I could capitalize my wealth. By using Jolly Ranchers as currency, of course. And so as any rational human would do, I started trading them for things of other wealth, like different candies. I started making arm wrestling bets. Jolly Ranchers would cycle in between kids and then back to me via trading items or winning other arm wrestling bets. Or bets on the kids playing soccer, or bets on the kids running around. I started my own little 15-minute economy. Until my bag got confiscated by a teacher, of course. I can't be having any fun. Fun is strictly prohibited by the laws of the teachers. But then Nick told my sad story about my bag getting taken after starting an economy to another person, and then that another person told another person, so on and so forth, until a whole entire another elementary school knew about my sad story, though through word of mouth they didn't know my name. Until one evening in the middle school in guided study, somebody saw me sneaking Jolly Ranchers from my backpack. They were from that school that heard the rumor, and then they asked the question, "Hey, are you the
Jolly Rancher Kid?
And so the name just kind of stuck. I'm not known as Isaac. I'm not known as Isaac Draws. I'm known as Jolly Rancher Kid. So obviously it gets S tier. Don't mind the little note at the bottom.
Did you like or enjoy this video? I sure hope you did.
I put a lot of effort into it, so I really hope you did.
I think by which games that I chose to take the music from, you could guess what hyperfixation I'm on right now.
It's most definitely like impossible to tell. I love cutesy games that have you battling your existential demons. As I said in my post, I'm going to be making more like Infection AU stuff, so stick around for that. Also, feel free to rate my video down in the comments. I want to know how well I did today. I don't really have anything else to say, so make sure to drink some water, stay safe, and always remember that someone out there cares for you, even if it seems like in some situations where it's not true. Hope you enjoyed the show, love you guys, and see you in the next animation. Bye-bye! YOLO.
I like this video. It's a pretty good video. It had an animated outro. It had a pretty cool looking title screen. It had a story in it, so it's got like all the good stuff. Pretty solid video in my personal opinion. And we're on to a wholesome one. My spectacular little brother. Just so you know, he's still pretty cool. Welcome, guys, back to another video. Isn't it nice? Hearing my ever so handsome voice. But today we'll have another voice joining us. Introducing again, my little brother Darson. Why don't you greet the viewers?
Hello, viewers.
And as you saw from the title, I will be making this whole entire video just about him. Sorry if the video is not going to be too long, but I'll try to extend it as much as I can. Since I am his older brother, he seems to look up to me in many ways. He's probably one of my biggest supporters I know. I've heard from many family members that he would watch my videos in his free time. He loves me very much, and I also love him very dearly. Now that we've talked about a ton of the good things about him, let's talk about some of the other things. It's not really anything bad, but like, we love playing video games together. Let me show you some examples.
There's only one left. What is this dynamite? I'll just throw it to Isaac.
Ha! You can't hurt me in Block Tales. It's a team game. Touché, my good sir. Well played, well played. Darson lore time. So when he was born, there was something wrong with his feet, so he always had to walk on his tiptoes. And so naturally, being the only baby that I ever saw to like grow up in time, whenever I thought of a baby, I would always think of a baby standing on their tiptoes. Don't worry, Darson recently got a surgery that fixed his feet, and now he can walk like a real boy. Give woohoos in the chat for Darson. But one thing he manages to share with all of us is that danger gravitates towards him, whether caused by him or not caused by him. Kind of like that one show, Murphy's Law. And on the topic of similar, since I am his older brother and role model, we do a lot of the same things. Like getting our hair cut the same way. And we both draw. And most of the times he draws cute little pictures of our little animated characters holding hands, or eating croissants, or just doing anything. And so I hang them on the fridge. Such a worthy place for such good art. Up on the top door where everybody can see it. Absolutely perfect art. 10 out of 10. One thing we also like doing together is annoying Emma. Hey Emma. Catch this, sucker. Now what would be one of my videos without a short little story to go with it? So the time was, well, a year ago, and it was on Christmas, where there was one present left and it was labeled to the whole family, so you know it's gonna be good. And as Darson started unwrapping it, he looked inside it, and it was, you probably didn't guess it, a Switch! Yo, Darson, you gonna finish that wrapping paper? And so me, a responsible young man who just got grade money, folded under the pressure of, oh my goodness, this is gonna be so great, and decided to buy a $50 game called Terraria. And we proceeded to play for hours. That was one of the best Christmases ever. Yo, Darson, you are literally making the crafting table. That is literally the easiest thing to make in Terraria. How is it taking you this long? Hello guys, and welcome to the end of my video. I don't really have anything other to say than, school!
So, enjoy the music. Also, you better give Darson those woohoos.
Bye guys, gals, non-binary pals. See you in the next animation.
This video was great to make. I had so much fun because I got to get my little brother on the studio. Well, on the mic. Well, on the phone. Well, but yeah, I really liked this video. It was really fun. And it was really cool. Ooh, mystery video. Now introducing what happened to the Roanoke colonists.
If you have learned anything about the 1550 United States and 13 regional colonies in 8th grade, then you probably remember about the Roanoke colonies, aka the Lost Colonies. Ooh, so spooky. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So my guys, gals, non-binary pals watching me today, strap on your historic seatbelts and you're ready for another Bites of History video. It all started with this fella called Sir Walter Raleigh. And the Queen of England at that time gave him this tiny little spot in North Carolina. But because he was a little baby man, he was forbidden from leaving Great Britain. So he hired this dude named John White and told him basically to start the first colony. So in the silly year 1587, he brought with him 117 men, women, and children and 2 infants. And they finally made landfall. And also he becomes a granddad with Virginia Dare, with the first English baby to be born within the Americas. But unfortunately for those Roanoke colonists, John is a big old dumb butt and forgot to bring enough supplies, like farmers. And farmers. And farm. So like 1 month in, people were like, hey John, we don't have nearly enough supplies to live. Are you okay? So what does this crusty, musty, dusty, busty, fee-fi-fo-fusty old man do while all of his colonists are dying? I'll give you a second to guess. If you guessed, he leaves by himself, leaving all of the colonists behind with the known threat of some Native American tribes who want to kill them. For him to get supplies, you are correct. And the worst part is that when he's doing all of this, he gets stopped by the Anglo-Spanish War for like 3 more years. Almost as bad timing as me. Am I right, fellas, or am I right, fellas? Yeah, I know I need to work on that. Anyways, to drive an insanely long story short, when he finally gets back, he sees the whole entire town deserted, like they just disappeared out of nowhere, like food still in baskets rotting, with
the tree there, and all that's rotten into it is Croatoan.
Now, hold your horses, theorists. There are already tons of theories on this, since this case has still not been solved. But it is that part of the video where I express my opinions on this topic, and you get to express yours down in the comments. So ponder on it a little bit. Think about how the Roanokeans peoples just disappeared like that, and left barely a trace to be found. I will provide my belief as an example, but get as wild as you want with your ideas. So remember how the words Croatoan were carved into that tree? Well, there's actually a tribe of Native Americans around that area at the time called the Croatoans, which were relatively peaceful and had an English ally, which were our Roanoke buddies. So I like to think when they were suffering, the Roanokans were like dying, and the Croatoans came out of nowhere like, hey, you wanna like merge with us? And so they combined forces and lived happily ever after, eventually merging their DNA and becoming one. How did you like today's amazing, absolutely spectacular, absolutely devious video? I thought it was about time to make another Bites of History video. So, well, I did that. It happened. I made one. Also, I'd like to mention Spooky Month. It's almost here. Just next month, a few weeks away. And I get to make another Super Spooky Month special, SSMS. I love making those. Also, along with your theories about the Lost Colony, can you put some ideas for some Spooky Month specials over there? I think I might make multiple this Spooky Month. If I feel productive, that is. I am looking forward to reading all of your comments if you happen to watch this video and leave a comment. And if you don't, I kind of sound narcissistic for assuming you would. So anyways, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, see you in the next animation. Bye-bye! That video, if I do say so myself, or my last long form video of the year, that was a pretty good video. Having me ask the viewers, aka you dears, what you think, that's pretty good. Good idea, even though none of y'all told me what you thought. Anyway, on to the last long form video, and this is a music video introducing my static animation with Apollo.
1, 2, 3. Who's the brightest now you see? It's me. The world you know never seems to take it slow. A tyrant pace and beat. So don't delay, I'll be here to save the day. Just please don't touch the dial, just stay around with me. Just don't change the channel. I hope you won't be around. After all, I want to be wanted. Yes, that's so wrong. Instead of now, don't you find it romantic the way this used to be? Closet, aesthetic, it's magic, the truth can be fantastic. Keep it next to me. Say the star, choose me. To me, it seems my lawyer. Must be my baby. That's why I'm not familiar. See, keep it that's it. Oh, yeah, choose me. Say the star, choose me.
this video is pretty good. I really like the animation and the tiny little details that I put in it. If any of y'all would like to be nerds in the comments and tell me all the little things that you noticed, please do. I love talking to people about that stuff. But overall, this year has been very surprising and confusing and frustrating and amazing year. But even if you just skipped to the end or didn't watch all the videos, I'm still so lucky to have you be here. And to the people who actually watched this for the full hour, thanks for having that level of importance for me and not doing something that would be much more fulfilling than watching a little kid blabber on about stuff. But thank you to all of my viewers, and especially the people who have subscribed, but I'm not going to ask you to because I'm not that type of person. Good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Love ya. Bye. And as I always say, see you in the next animation.
Toodaloo!